The events of the past year are unbelievable, and have driven me to write again my thoughts. No matter how hard I try, the facts are unavoidable. Our King Leoric has gone mad, lashing out in crazed frenzy at the abduction of his son, Albrecht, and our steady losses in the ill-advised war against Westmarch, leading to an open revolt among his guards. There is something almost palpable in the air. It feels like terror. Can the old stories be true? Can the tales of the brave Horodrim and the lords of hell be more than a legend, a fairy tale told to me by my mother? I used to thrive on those tales of bravery and heroism. I'd imagine myself as one of them, the mysterious Horodrim, led by the inscrutable Tal Rasha. I was so proud to be the last of the Horodrim, the one who would travel the world fighting evil wherever it dwelt. Ah, the boundless energy of youth. Could there be some basis in truth to all these tales? The signs all point to this, but how is someone with my education, my knowledge, to take these tales seriously? Is there really some dark entity buried beneath our town? If only my aging mind could remember the tales as vividly as I did in my younger days. I am a fool. If I had acted sooner, if I had voiced my concerns, they would not be dead. Farnham would not be the drunken sot he now is. Lazarus, supposed Archbishop of Light, has lured a group of villagers to their horrific end under the guise of searching for the king's missing son. Is he the architect of the evil that has befallen the town, or simply an unwitting pawn? The nights are long, and as I sit and listen to the hellish drones emanating from the cathedral, I begin to see my path clearly before me. I shall return to the texts. There must be an answer, a way to defeat this evil that torments us. Each new terror sends more townspeople fleeing. There are only a few of us left now. Griswold, Pepin, Ogden, Farnham, the unfortunate Wirt, and, of course, the fair Gillian. There is someone else, however, someone who has come while others flee. I am not sure what to make of this Adria, who openly calls herself witch. She has access to all manner of arcane knowledge that even I do not. Why has she come here now, at this heinous time? I feel there is something amiss about her. Every dawn seems to bring more adventurers into our midst, but none who can yet be called hero. I bide my time and continue scouring the old texts for answers. If only I had taken them more seriously, not dismissed them so lightly. Finally, one of these adventurers seems to stand out from the rest. Though a man of few words, he radiates a calm and focus that unnerve the others, who are only interested in pillaging and looting. I feel I have come to know this hero, this wanderer. I have revealed my history and shared my knowledge with him. I hope it is enough. I have suspected for a time now the true nature of the evil that is at the heart of our troubles. But it was too horrible to admit the truth of it. But the time for denial is past. It is the Dark Lord of Terror, Diablo himself, who plagues us. The vile staff of Lazarus was brought to me today, further confirming my suspicions. There is no longer any doubt that he is the one who kidnapped Albrecht, and perhaps even freed Diablo from his ancient prison. Who knows what further treachery he has planned? Luckily, I suspect Lazarus has not long to live, if our champion has anything to say on it. I dreamt of the death wail of a small child tonight. It tore up from the depths, shattering the windows of the decrepit cathedral. As I started awake, it became apparent that it was actually the shriek of Diablo's tortured end. Unable to return to sleep after such an unsettling cry, I ventured outdoors to await the warrior's return. He finally emerged, covered in blood, much his own, much his enemy's. I am greatly relieved that he survived the ordeal, and that these horrible events are now in our past. But my mind is troubled. For could this not have been avoided if I had not dismissed my legacy so lightly? I have never seen Tristram bursting with such joy as in the weeks since Diablo's defeat. The town's quiet, brooding hero, whom I am proud to call friend, has humbly endured these celebrations. Yet it seems clear to me that the scars he gained beneath the church run deeper than those upon his skin, and may have changed him forever. I have offered counsel, but he remains distant. Time, perhaps, is the only thing that may heal him. How could I have been so blind? I believed my friend's melancholy to be a natural reaction to the horrors he had lived. How could I not have seen that he carried within him the very being of Diablo? After brooding for weeks, he finally slipped away in the night. Perhaps he has gone to the east, that he so often woke screaming about in the days following his victory over the Lord of Terror. Shortly after he left us, legions of foul demons attacked and burned our town to its foundations. None of the townspeople were spared, and not even the women or children were allowed the peace of the grave. Instead, all were reanimated in grisly undeath, and Griswold, who had so faithfully armored the one I had called friend during his battles, suffered perhaps the worst fate of all, being corrupted into a slavering demonic beast, thirsting after human flesh. This is no simple madness. It can be nothing less than possession by the Lord of Terror himself. The fool, he thought he could contain Diablo's evil. His reckless overconfidence has proven costly to us all. I sit now, caged, amongst the screams and the hellfire, as I await my own end.